Okay, so this is the second video of two. If you haven't received the first video, that's okay. It wasn't meant for you then. But the first video was more of some hard feelings, some feelings that I have that are not necessarily positive. This is what I'm going to do with those feelings. So this is another response video to the HDK Unwillingness video. And I wanted to tell you what I got from her video. And first, I'm going to start with I'm going to start by saying that, and I said this in the last video, that significance is very high for me. And so when I'm working for my unit and they are not responding, then I don't feel like it's beneficial, and then I just don't want to do it at all, because I'm there, like the whole purpose of me holding events and trainings and all that stuff is not for me. I already know how to do it. It is for my unit. And so when significance on Strength Finders is very high for me, and so when I'm also whatever the leader is, Enneagram. I wrote it down. Hold on. I'm an Enneagram 8 natural leader. And so when I don't have anyone to lead, it's very hard for me significance-wise. What am I doing? What am I even here for? Why? If I don't have anyone to lead, what does it even matter? And so so what I had been doing over the past few years was backing myself up to meet people where they were. And so I didn't make people feel uncomfortable. This is something that HDK said. She said she was seeing herself do this, and she said, don't back yourself up to where you think your people are, because you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable in what they're doing. Don't settle, and don't silent settle. And so that is something that I had done. I'm going to read this little section. I had silent settled in the thought process that because I am not respected as your leader, that I cannot be what you need in your business. And so that is my silent settling. So she goes on in the video to talk about how she was talking with, or she was at a conference, and it was Jamie, who is a national sales director, very young national sales director, and she was listening to one of her executive directors speak, just to somebody beside her, and she said, it wasn't always great with Jamie, because when no one is winning, it breeds negativity, and when everyone is being negative, no one is winning. And so, and I'm definitely not okay with negativity. I am not a fan of negativity. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it to be around me. We have plenty of it out in the world. It doesn't belong here. We need to just be encouraging one another, spurring each other on. It doesn't matter if somebody said no to you, go out and find a yes. It doesn't matter if something didn't go your way today, that's going to happen. And so negativity is not something that I want to be surrounded by. There's plenty of it everywhere else. So anyway, she said the best thing that Jamie did with them was to release them and go win herself. And so she said, you know what? You guys are going to do what you're going to do. I'm releasing you to go do what you're going to do, and I'm going to go have the wins myself. And I just talked about this in a chat message to my leaders, and I said, it is difficult for me to toot my own horn. It is difficult for me to say things about myself in a positive light, because when I was a consultant, I'd go to every meeting and I'd be the winner, first. And I started to feel bad because the people around me, I felt like I could feel them deflate. Oh, well, there she goes again. She's winning everything. And I didn't want to win. I wanted other people to win. And I'm a type A personality, so my personality is I like to be number one and achieve. But it was to the point where it was so ridiculously, I was so ridiculously far ahead of everyone, winning wise. And I was just like, but if you just saw a few faces this week, you beat me. Like if you just talked to some people this week, you'd probably beat me. I'm really not doing anything all that spectacular. I'm just simply getting up every morning and doing the job. And so I don't like that. And Jen kept telling me that I should be telling my unit members what I was winning, what I was doing, what I was, how, when I'm a star, when I'm a this, when I'm a that, what I'm winning. And I said, you know what? But I feel like they feel like I'm bragging. Like I'm bragging on what my accomplishments are, that I am tooting my own horn, that I am, like rubbing their nose in the fact that they're not doing as well as I am. Okay. And that is not somewhere that I wanted to be with anyone. And so I have realized that I have been silent settling and just backing off from who I am as a Mary Kay consultant first and a Mary Kay sales director second, and have been like, oh, well, I mean, if you don't do it, whatever, I'm just not going to worry about it. So instead of challenging you, instead of saying, look, if you want to run with me, if you want something more, you have to pace with me. You have to match me. You have to, you got to run alongside me. I'll use an exercise analogy. Like, I could never go into, my friend Monica's exercise class and expect to match her, especially the first time. She's been doing this for years, and I do not exercise. Okay. And if I went in there and expected to do what she does, that would be ridiculously stupid of me. Okay. Because I would die. I would probably literally have a heart attack and die. Because I don't exercise like she does. She has conditioned and toned her body, and her body is used to that level of exercise. Now, if I started going to her classes every week, and I started to listen to her, and I started to follow her, and I started to do what she does, and I started to pace with her without giving up and without thinking I can't, what would happen? Eventually, I would be able to do what she does, or close to it. I would be able to do well. But if you have this idea in your head that you're going to jump on the bus with me and run at the same pace and not stumble and fall and not have a problem, that's ridiculous. You're going to do all those things, and I want you to do all those things because that is how you learn. That is how you become a stronger, better version of yourself. But what I won't do is, when you fall, I won't stop my race. I won't stop moving because you've fallen. I will continue, and I will reach back and extend a hand and say, come on, get up and try again. Get up and try again. But I'm not going to slow myself down and stop because you're not quite ready to keep up with me. You still have more things to learn. You still have more training to do. You still have more learning to do. You still have more practice that you need to do. And when you continue to reach for my hand and strive towards that, you will get there over time as you hone and tone yourself. Okay. So I won't be backing up to meet you again. I am releasing all of you to go win, and however that looks like. But what I am going to do is I am going to go win. I am going to go find the people that genuinely want this opportunity and they want to work hard. And I'm not saying you don't want this opportunity, you don't want to work hard. That is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that if you are in my team and you have team members and you're not showing up for anything, and you're not making Mary Kay a priority, guess what? Your team members aren't going to make Mary Kay a priority either. So I'm going to go find the people that want to make Mary Kay a priority so that I can build something with them, with the people that they're bringing in, and that they're actually going to make some money. When your people don't have training, they don't know what to do, and they don't do anything at that point. If they don't know what to do, they will do nothing. Okay, they're not going to go try to figure it out. It's hard when you don't have any guidance and you're trying to do something new. So anyways, I'm releasing you guys because I love you. And I want you to get excited, and I want you to reach for that finish line. I want you to come pace with me, but I'm not going to slow down for you. HDK then went on to do 10 things, and I'm not going to go through that. Honestly, if you've watched it, you know. But basically what she was talking about was doing the things, whether... like how to beat your mind in the game of doing the things you don't want to do. What is your least favorite thing about your job? Is it the booking? Is it the coaching? Is it the, honestly, I don't mind booking. Coaching, I want to rip my eyeballs out. I hate coaching. I feel like I'm not equipped to coach. My hostess, I'm just like, just get people there. Like, let's just do this. It's going to be fun. And I think that comes from my previous interaction with a different direct sales company. And there was such a staunch party plan. And you did this, and you did this, and you did this, and you did this. And if you didn't do these things, then it just all fell apart. And it just made for a lot of, failure that was not failing forward. It was failing, period. And so for me, coaching is really, really hard because I just have this like, well, if they don't do that, then it's all down the toilet. I'd rather they just get people there and show up, and I'll do the magic. I'll make the magic happen. And the same thing with coaching team members, which is something I just thought of. Coaching team members is hard for me. Because I have an expectation of showing up. And I need someone to show that they want to be coached in order for me to coach them. And if I spin my wheels trying to coach someone that doesn't really want to be coached, then again, that significance kicks in, and I'm like, I'm not doing any good here. Why am I even doing this? So, she made some really good points about, the things, making it fun, simplifying things, manipulate your brain to find the win. What can you control today? What is your motivation? Why the heck are you here? Mine is to make myself proud. And I talked about that earlier in the leadership message. I said, I want to, the affirmations that I get from seeing people be successful that's making me proud. I make myself proud knowing that I helped in that situation. I didn't do it all. Obviously, you have to do the work. But I know that I had a part in that, and I love that that significance kicks in. I'm proud of myself for being a part of that. She goes on to talk about red light, green light, yellow light activities. I won't go into those. But she made some good points in this. She said, delegate what you don't want to do. If you're not doing well in your business, you need to go sell more. Like, you're not going to get further along your business without seeing more faces, without seeing more people. We did a sampling Sunday today, and I had 5 guests come, and it was a $500 day at the end of the day. $100 a person. 2 of those people were kids. 2 of them didn't even buy anything. So if my limiting belief had been, I really didn't get very many people to RSVP. I only had 8 that RSVP'd. It's probably not going to turn out very well. Maybe 1 or 2 is going to show up, and they're probably not going to buy anything. That is not how I went into this. The place was decked out as if 150 people were going to come through there, and as if a lot of consultants were going to be there, and a lot of people were going to be there working together towards a common goal. And I did that because I am not going to back down and say, oh, well, that didn't work out. I just won't do it. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it regardless. I'm going to do it whether it feels good. I'm going to do it whether I'm standing there by myself. I'm going to do it when I feel like I want to cry because I'm not even getting to train anyone. I'm not even getting to do the job of a sales director. I'm not going to not do it because people don't show up.